G'day and welcome to this edition of Retire Right. Quite often it's said life begins at 40. And for many of our clients that's very, very true. Often turning 40 is a trigger event to go and seek financial advice. There's no doubt about it. We've spent a lot of our early working lives, creating things, building up, working hard, developing our career, saving for our house, buying our first house, getting on top of the mortgage, starting a family, doing all these things that really have been here and now and that we're trying to achieve straight away. And often what we find with our clients, when they hit 40, they sort of sit back and go, oh, okay, and now what? So we thought today we'd just put together a little video, a couple of checklists of things that might help you to enable you to get through the 40s and this so-called nervous time of your life. First of all, the most important thing is not to freak out. You know what? You've still got plenty of life ahead of you. When we talk to our clients about investing, we're investing not only towards retirement, but for their whole life. So there's plenty of opportunity and plenty of time ahead. There's also a great opportunity to look at where you're at in your life and what's important to your life. We've never felt that more over the last couple of years with COVID and things like that. It's really an opportunity to really sit and reflect, and it's been really pleasing how we've seen a lot of people do that. A lot of people look at themselves in the mirror, and if they're anything like me, start thinking, gee, I've put on a few kegs, or I'm not as fit as I once were. And I guess one big tip that we'd like to share and what we talk to our clients about is the importance of not only giving to their family, giving to their employer, giving to themselves if they're self-employed. It's also looking after themselves, not only physically but psychologically. It's really important to spend that time investing back into yourself and into your health. And it doesn't have to be that you sign up to the gym. It doesn't have to be that you're going and pumping out weights or running, the Melbourne Marathon or something like that. It's as simple as making sure if you are working from home, getting out at lunchtime and going for a walk, forcing yourself to walk down to the post box and mail that out rather than jumping in the car. It's just spending that time thinking and spending time on yourself. The other couple of tips we wanted to share with you today is that often in your 40s is where you're starting to really get on top of your financial situation. You've worked really hard to get on top of your mortgage. You've worked really hard to set yourselves up with a family. And now what? I guess the challenge you've got now is what to do with that extra wealth that you potentially are creating at this point in time. So I guess that's where we come involved. We help you with your priorities, help you work through what's important to you and what you're wanting to achieve in the future. Often 40 is a point in time where you starting to think about your super. I mean, ultimately, a lot of people don't understand that super isn't a product. It's a tax structure. So setting that up so that you've got the best advantages for yourselves makes you more likely to achieve your goals leading into retirement. Often as we're getting older, our need for insurance also changes. Not only do we get older and start having health issues, our ability to get insurance gets tougher and tougher. So it's really important as you're reaching your 40s to start thinking about, what are my obligations at the moment? What happens to my family if something happened to me? These are some of the really key components we talk to our clients as they're approaching and getting through their 40s. Another thing that often people leave to later in life when they're older is their estate planning. You're never too young to start thinking about your estate planning. Your estate planning can be as simple as ensuring that you've got the right nominations on your super, that your insurance is set up, and that your assets go to the right people at the right time in the most tax effective manner. So overall, I guess the message today is that while 40 is a bit of a milestone and it is a time to sit and reflect, it's also a great opportunity to take stock of your life, look at where you're at, start putting some priorities in place. And if we at JBS can be there, the sounding board to help you work through those conversations, we'd love to. Because remember, you're never too young or never too old to start thinking about your retirement.